Now, Russ and I work together as a collaborative performance to manipulate the harp's natural sound and change it in different ways. So we have a pedal board set up here, and what you're going to hear may not be what you expect from a traditional harp sound, because we're changing it in a variety of different ways. And the great thing about working with Russ is that our performance is like a conversation. It's like a collaborative process. So he'll change an effect on the harp, and he'll manipulate it in a way, and I will respond. And vice versa, I will play something, and he will also respond to that. Do you want to talk a little bit more about what effects we have running right now?
We could save it for after as well when we have some questions, but it's a lot of different just kinds of audio manipulation that give it different textures and alter the timbre a little bit. Sometimes it's playing it in reverse. Sometimes it's just giving it a little bit of a light crunch and just like adding some reverb, and just like there's sometimes we can hold one of her notes infinitely.
Do you want to show like a dry harp sound? Okay, so just as an example, that's just the natural sound of the harp. It's a dry. And then he's going to add some effects to process it. So yeah, so you're going to hear a lot of interesting sounds during this performance. If anyone has any questions about how anything works, at the end I would love for you to come up. We can talk about it. I can show you exactly what's happening. And yeah, let this be just like, you know, we're vibing here. So if you want to like get a drink and you want to socialize, like I don't want this to feel like a concert where everyone has to be quiet and watch me. Like this is just a very nice like chill day. And yeah, it's like a cocktail hour. And also like, so since I'll be improvising, I'm just gonna kind of just absorb everyone's energy in the room, absorb the energy of the space, and we'll see what happens. Even I don't know what's gonna happen, so we'll find out together. So thank you so much for being here, everyone. Phil, do you want this? Also, if anyone has any questions so far, let us know. If anything's confusing or what we're doing.
I need a drink.
Yeah, I need a drink. Yeah.
I was wondering, I have a question.
Mhm.
So when you play the harp, the music, the vibration
Mhm.
goes through the panel.
Yeah.
And so we hear both sound, or how does it come together?
Yeah, that's a great question. So what you're hearing now is the dry harp mixed with the effects. You are still hearing the dry harp.
You can just harp right now.
Just harp right now?
Yeah. You can control how much of the audio processing is present. So it can be like a little bit, or it could be a whole lot.
Yeah,
Which,
here we go.
so there's like almost like volume control for each one relative to everything you're hearing.
Are you familiar with this area, or is it new to you? And how is spending time here with the residency impacting your work?
Yeah, that's a great question. I'm more familiar. Oh, here you go. Okay, we'll just put this on. Do you want to answer first?
Yeah, well, we're both Long Island natives, but we are more from Western Suffolk. So Emily has been out here more over the past couple of years in general. Is more familiar with the area.
I lived in Southampton for a time, was in East Hampton in the area just for a couple months, right? But not super familiar with the area, but being back here is so nice because it feels like I know it, and so it feels nostalgic for me. But this house especially, I mean, it's so special. It has such a good energy, and I really think it's definitely affecting what I'm playing tonight. Just like everyone's energy here is just like, I'm like feeding from it. Everyone's like giving me such energy, which is really great. Yeah.
Here.
It's a really special
Specifically
place.
the house, I think, it's like very well preserved as to what it was before, and it doesn't feel, it's not trying to be anything else.
Yeah.
It's comfortable.
It's also such like a welcoming space too. It really feels like a home. So it definitely is affecting our composition, and I'm really excited to see where it goes from here.
I'm curious about it. So much is said about the light out here, and that
Yeah.
influenced Pollock and Krasner's work so much. Is it, even though it's a sound medium, I wonder if that's also impacting what you do?
I think it definitely is. Also, the wind out here is different. That might sound weird, but I don't know, like the wind through the trees, it feels different than up island. But
I think some of it can be subconscious too, like just the way the light impacts your mood, just the way the weather is, and just like how much more space there is out here generally, like how much more room there is to breathe.
Mhm.
So I think a lot of it happens on a subconscious level, like how we feel, how comfortable we are,
Yes, very comfortable, which is great. So I think that's also allowing me to take more risks in my compositions. The fact that I'm like feel comfortable with improv is kind of a new thing for me. I never really felt comfortable. A few years ago, like doing this, I think in front of everyone would like scare me terribly. I'd be like, I don't know if I could do that. So I think just like feeling comfortable in the space, being able to like just take risks and kind of just see where it goes is really important and really special.
And we have a lot of discussions about what textures and sounds and kind of weird stuff we want to send the harp through based on what Emily kind of feels out here, and let the compositions start to take shape. And then we start to talk about, well, what textures are good for this too. So they're all kind of like stems from being here, which is really nice. And I think that the level in which it's going to affect it can vary across just different stages.
Yeah.
Did you bring a ton of pedals with you? On your YouTube channel, you have so many?
We narrowed it down, and it's kind of nice to work within a framework, like to have some parameters that we work within. So this is our board for today. We didn't bring the crazy ones today. No, we didn't. We should have brought the meandulator actually, but yeah. No, just these, and I'm really loving the plus pedal too. That for today's performance, I really thought that was important. Just like a nice pad and sustained underneath.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I can show you. Like you're hearing this a lot in the composition.
So, its volume's off. Sorry. Do it one more time. Wait. Okay, sorry. So I can grab onto her note and hold it infinitely, or as long as I'd like to. So that creates just like a pad of sound under everything that goes on. So when she starts playing over that, and I can ride that volume up and down, just based on how everything's kind of flowing. So that's, the idea of just kind of infinitely holding something has been really interesting to us.
Yeah. Yeah, it's such a great dialogue between you two. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Do you ever think about like the way music sort of affects your psychology? I feel like this is so calming, and like it's like something I would hear to like relax, and I'm curious like on your end if you think about that.
Yeah, I mean, especially with the harp, there's something that I found that can be like healing about it, because it's such a vibrational instrument. Like when I play, and you guys are going to try this later, I hope, when you come up and try the harp, but when you play, you can feel the resonance in your shoulder and in your body. So it's very much like, it's a very like grounding instrument, if that makes sense. So for me, whenever I'm playing, I kind of go into this sort of meditative state, I think. Like that's why it's so amazing to be able to improv here in this space, is just because like I'm not really sure what's going to come out, but I'm here for it, and I hope it's going well so far. But yeah, it's kind of incredible. Like I feel so calm when I'm playing. It's kind of just like, yeah, my grounding technique. But yes.
Have you ever played the harp as a duo with another instrument?
Yes, I have. I love playing with flute.
What instrument was that?
I played with flute. I've played with violin. We played with a lot, actually. Cello. Yeah, cello is beautiful with the harp. Piano, guitar. Yeah.
And what else? Guitar?
Yep. And bass. Yeah. Kind of a lot. I think we're missing didgeridoo. I think I would love to do that.
What's amazing about the harp is the range of the instrument is so full that pairing it with something like more of a lead sounding thing like violin or flute can really.
It really helps. Yeah.
Yeah. But also works just so well on its own as well, even without all of this.
It can work as a solo instrument.
Pairing it with video, producing screens where the music is transformed into different video images. Have you done that?
I would love that. Yeah, we've done some projects too with that. I guess, yeah, not as much as we'd like to, but definitely in the future I would love to do more of that.
Live performance, projector kind of stuff, like visual aid would be really fun, yeah.
A question building off of the visual element. It strikes me tonight watching you guys how visual the performance is as well, because it's kind of mesmerizing watching Emily, you play, and Russ, you make decisions. And I noticed that, Russ, you watch Emily's hands as she plays.
Right.
I had possibly incorrectly assumed that all of your reactions came from listening, but you're reacting based on what you're seeing as well?
Yes, definitely. Like for example, like when she's playing in a different range of the harp, or if I'm anticipating certain notes happening or certain things happening, I can make certain moves that I know. Like if I want to catch one of her notes, I'll watch her hand go up.
You go up here, yeah.
So like I'll watch her hand to know when I can grab one of those. That's probably one of the more basic things that I do. And then also some of it is audio experience as well. So like if she's playing lower, there's a lot more resonance there. So I have to kind of like filter things out that might become more unpleasant to the ears. So that, yeah, there's a lot to it, but it's not always listening in real time. It's anticipating what's happening.
And how long did that take as collaborators for you to be able to anticipate so quickly what she's going to do?
I just think it's been years of doing it together. I don't think there was a point where I was like, that's it. I think it was just...
But you feel it has grown?
Yeah, it's been refining and just constantly growing, yeah.
Did you guys switch roles?
Yeah, you want to jump on?
I mean, I'm sure it could sound okay, but...
It could sound okay. Yeah, we could switch. We both have a basic understanding of what the other person does, so we could, but we're not going to do it tonight. We're not going to do it tonight. Yeah. Well, I'm excited for everyone else to come up and play afterwards, so I'm excited to hear what you do on the harp. Maybe I'll control the pedal effects when everyone else tries the harp, but...
How do you feel about a curveball?
Yeah, give me a curveball. That's
Give you a
perfect. I love
curveball.
that. I love
Just
curveballs.
play, just to get an idea.
I love
Okay,
curveballs.
cool.
Yes. How much time do we have?
7:10.
Okay. Wow. I guess I'll play a couple more.
Do you want to do one more? Then
Yeah. Okay. We might do one or two more, and then I would love to invite all of you up to try the harp to kind of get a feel for how it works, because I think that's the best part of this, is inviting everyone up to try it.
Give me 1 sec.
Yeah, take your time.
Do this slower than that. Yeah, just more space, I guess.
Thank you so much.
I could go back to small questions.
Yeah. Okay. Should we open up to more questions? How much time? Yeah. Yes, I am. Yeah, I've been playing the harp for, I guess, 23 years now. I went to music school. I started taking lessons when I was 8 years old, so my technique is very much classical technique with the position, but when I'm improvising, it's funny because sometimes, like, don't tell my harp professors, but sometimes I kind of drop the technique because I don't know maybe perhaps where I'm landing next. It's very much in the moment. But normally this is like very classical harp technique with the raising. I went to CUNY Hunter College. And yeah, so you see me raising my arms. It's really to let the sound develop, to get a nice sound before you muffle. So sometimes when I'm improvising, if I'm playing like fast passages, I'm not raising as much just because I don't have enough time, but it's usually like ingrained in me to kind of just let those notes kind of ring out.
Are you glad that you're classically trained and then you can improvise, or that's my experience?
Yeah,
So it's awkward to make the transition, but when you do, it's like the best feeling.
You have that foundation, and you're like, I followed the rules for X amount of years, and you're like, and now I get to break them, which is great. Yeah, it's the best.
It's so smooth and like someone was saying, it's very healing. You know, it's very, you can listen to it all night. It's like a continuous sentence. Even though you have pauses in between, it just keeps going. It's lovely with the effects.
Thank you so much. Yeah, that's exactly how, that's the best way you describe it. Like, that's how I feel too. It's just like, it's just a journey that I'm on. I'm just like kind of jumping in at certain points, and it just, yeah, it's really wonderful. And it's also so wonderful to play with everything here.
Emily, when you're writing, when you are composing, do you see each individual composition as part of a larger whole, or are you looking at them as separate stories?
I think how I see that, I think I see them as a collective. I think I see the whole piece overall. It's like little sketches, I call them, but they all kind of are similar. Especially tonight, I feel like they all kind of have a similar feel, but their own differences. But yeah, I do think they're smaller sketches as part of a larger work. That's how I see it.
And do you know what that larger work is yet?
Not yet. But we're gonna find out. Yeah.
In classical music, the composition is the primary element rather than the musician should play it.
Mm-hmm.
In jazz, composition is secondary to the musician.
Mm-hmm.
For example, Miles Davis is Miles Davis whether he's playing whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And Beethoven's Ninth is what counts. Do you see yourself more as being the musician or playing the composition?
That's a great question. Wow. That's a really good question. I'm not quite sure.
Knowing Emily for so long, it's really interesting because
that's how you know it's a great question when you have to think about it for a second.
the harp has been such a large part of her life and growth that she really feels one with her instrument in a lot of ways. Like, I can tell when she's not in a great mood when she's just by hearing what she plays. And I think if I can answer from, sorry?
Emily Hopkins playing green sleeves? Or Emily Hopkins playing whatever?
I think it's definitely the second one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever.
It's the latter.
I should play green. It's been a while since I played green sleeves, actually. I should bring that out.
Any other questions?
Okay, is it time to invite everyone up to try it?
We can mingle a bit and we'll be around to chat.
Yeah, we'll be
and
here.